everyone, so I'm going to be talking about the NIS2 Directive, the roadmap to readiness. So whilst this is an EU legislation, organisations outside of the EU still may be required and fall in scope in terms of the required entities. So please take note as the NIS2 Directive might be coming your way. Hi everyone, my name is Alisdair McLaughlin and I'm a solution architect at BlueVoyant and I'm the EMEA lead for risk products. Within the NIS2 Directive, they set out a bunch of measures that organisation will have to work towards to be compliant. Now, the full measures haven't been published yet. Each member state will be required to publish their own version of the measures come 17th of October 2024. However, within the directive, they have listed out the 10 high-level measures that organisations will have to adhere to. Now, even though the full measures aren't published yet, we can draw in from other frameworks to understand best practices as the measures set out in NIS2 do align with a number of the frameworks that we're already familiar with to give you a good idea of what's coming and what you will be assessed against and that will come in scope for the directive. Now, a lot of organisations who are part of heavily regulated industries will already be well on their way to be compliant when the full measures are published. However, there will be a lot of organisations who are just starting out on their journey. Now, in a minute, we'll cover what the directive is about. However, let's just look at the why. And within the NIS2 Directive, there is a lot of emphasis on vulnerability management, on supply chain risk, and it's because of these reasons, just what we see on screen. The risks and costs associated with supply chain breaches continues to rise. In 2023, the average cost of a data breach rose to 5.4 million, while supply chain compromises cost 11.8% more and took 12.8% longer to identify and contain than other breach types. And in 2023, the zero-day vulnerabilities and supply chain attacks caused a 72% increase in incidents over the previous year. And Gartner summarised by indicating that by 2020, they estimate that 45% of organisations worldwide will experience attacks on their software supply chains. So it's for these reasons that we see things like supply chain risk entering the directive and a lot of concentration around vulnerability management and awareness and sharing of vulnerability information, as well as other measures. Now, the whole purpose of the directive is to improve the overall level of cybersecurity in the EU. What they want to do is establish a baseline of minimum security measures for in-scope organisations across the region. As we said, there's a great emphasis on supply chain security. They want to put the emphasis and the responsibility on organisations to understand the relationships and understand where the risk is. However, as we said, a lot of organisations will just not be prepared right now to comply with the requirements. So just looking at the timeline, NIS2 came into effect in January 2023. Yet it is October 24, 17th of October 2024, which is the deadline for member states to adopt and publish NIS2 measures into law. As stated, they have set out the 10 measured areas in the directive. However, each member state are required to publish their own version of these measures come October. A number of member states have already pushed this date. No doubt other member states will also do this, but this is the time frame that we're working towards. But in summary, the NIS2 Directive means that in-scope organisations have to prepare for new and stricter requirements regarding the management and responsibility of risk management, business continuity and reporting to authorities. So looking at the scope now, so following on from NIS1, we see an extension of more industries and organisation types. In NIS2. NIS2 break it down by essential and important entities. So we see the energy sector, transportation, banking, finance, all the usual areas that we would expect for critical infrastructure and so forth. But we also see postal and courier services, waste management, food production, processing, distribution of food, manufacturing are in there with electrical equipment.